Hi Twin Flames, hi Light Workers, Lisha and Andy here with another video. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm super excited again to be coming to you from my car. And I am just enjoying the outdoor weather on my lunch break at work, and just wanted to give you guys a video because I have been wanting to do this for a while now. But every night I've been going home and just feeling really kind of tired. My body's going through changes. There's a lot of things going on in my personal life, so it's taking some time, but you're gonna find that this journey is going to be very taxing on your body at times, on your energy body. And so you're going to have to learn how to really listen to your body and do what you feel is calling you to do, to get more rest, or to eat healthier, or to just take time out if you need it. Mental stress is another thing that can happen a lot, especially if you're on this journey and you're constantly thinking about your twin flame, and your thoughts are just so wrapped up in how and when things are going to happen. So this is what we're going to talk about today: navigating your celebrity twin flame journey. What you need to know, number 4, is to be able to be at peace. Be at peace with knowing or not knowing. And what I mean by that is you have a knowing, okay? All of us as spiritual light workers, and if you're a twin flame, you are a light worker. Let me go back and clarify that. If you are a twin flame, you're definitely a light worker. But as I mentioned in a previous video, not all light workers are twin flames, because some light workers choose to come here to live a life of independence, and just to be able to go and do things to help others. They might be a nomad. They might do things for people in different communities. They might decide they want to travel and just go and give and be in different things, like be involved with different things. So they are not necessarily meant to have a partner in this lifetime, and they have chosen to do this. So and my angels are hugging me because they want you guys to know that it's okay either way you choose in your life. But if you are a twin flame, you're going to have the signs and synchronicities that go along with that, and you will know. But if you are a light worker and you are here on this channel, you are blessed because you also have chosen to do this as in your lifetime, as someone who is just here to give and be of service in any way you can, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. And you may not choose to have a partner in this lifetime. There were people, there were teachers and masters in the past who have not had partners per se, romantic partners, I would say, because a lot of them may have had students or people that would come to study under them, but they may not have taken on a romantic partner in their lifetime. And they're going to be light workers, and they're going to be very, some that are in, the public eye, that will be choosing to be alone and walk this path alone, okay? Because a lot of times when you are on this pathway, a spiritual pathway, and you are alone, you can tune more into Source and Father Mama. You can have more inspiration and downloads coming through, because you're not distracted with the fact that you are, having to entertain someone else in a romantic relationship, okay? So that can be an important thing. But as twin flames, we are here also to be of service as a couple, okay? As two people who come together to work on a mission that is here to help raise the vibration of the planet, to help bring others into New Earth, to help just give everyone an idea of what unconditional love is all about, and for them to see you two in a romantic relationship, meaning that you are spreading love by just being in your relationship, okay? And so that is what we're here to talk about. But I always love to address light workers as well as twin flames, because I know that there are going to be light workers who are following this channel, who are seeking guidance as well, who may be in the public eye. And so I want you to be welcome here. I want you to know that I love you, and that you do have a very big mission here, and we are all supportive of you, as well as our twin flame community. We want we work together. There will be light workers who are designed to just help twin flames come into union. There will be That could be in the form of a tarot reader, or someone who is a shaman or a spiritual guide. Not everybody has to have that romantic partnership in this kind of spiritual pathway and the path to enlightenment, okay? But there are, you know who you are. So if you are that, you're the light worker, you are blessed. If you're twin flames, you are blessed. We are here to do the same work, and that is to bring more love onto the planet, okay? So I want you guys to know that. But getting back to the topic at hand, I want you to understand that there will be times in your journey, whether you are a light worker or a twin flame, where you will just have a knowing of things. And that is why in the last video I spoke about your intuition being stronger, on this journey. Trust your intuition, and once you start to do that, you will be able to see how much more your inner knowing will become more strong and more accurate, because there are going to be times when you're going to be tested as to how much your intuition is guiding you towards, truth, your own personal truth. You're going to have things coming up into your memory, into your dreams. You're going to, excuse me, have people asking you different things about life and how to live. And, you may have that time where you're just at a moment where you can reflect on things and to be able to give guidance. You do have to trust your intuition as well, because a lot of times you may not know the answer, but spirit will tell you the answer while you're speaking to someone, because that spirit wants to use you in order to be a guide for that person, and to be able to share something with them that they needed to hear at that moment. That's a very powerful tool that angels use. A lot of times, we'll feel the presence of an angel with us. Maybe we are alone, or maybe we are around other people. Maybe we feel like we're in danger in certain circumstances, and we just need the protection of the angels. We'll call upon them, and then lo and behold, someone will come walking up to you and give you a word of encouragement, or say something that will make you feel better, or not have as much fear at that moment. That's the presence of an angel. And a lot of times we can be used to be able to have angels speak through us as well. So if angels are speaking through you, then a lot of times you won't know that. You just will understand that helps you to tell someone what they need to hear, okay? You have been chosen to give that person that bit of encouragement or that word of hope at that moment, because the angels are speaking through you. And that's why it is important for you to have your energy body cleansed, all of your auras cleansed, and your chakras healed, so that you can allow those moments to come through, and an angel can speak through you to someone who needs to hear that. Whether it be the angel speaking through you, or someone else coming up to you and an angel speaking through them. There are so many circumstances where you will have a moment where you need an angel around, and they will work through us, as human beings, okay? But not only that, there will be times when you will find on this journey a lot of different revelations coming through. And again, going back to my sessions with Archangel Michael, I just feel so blessed to be able to have those, because whenever I speak to him, he gives me so much insight and clarity on my own personal journey and what I am here to do. And not only that, I just know that, as a spiritual person, as a light worker, and as a twin flame, that, a lot of us are connected to the celestial realm in ways that we won't understand until after we're well into our journey. My angels are like, wow, they're really giving me these nudges, you guys. So I'm going to keep going with this, because for days I have been trying to figure out what is it that I should talk to you guys about in this next video, and not knowing, what topic to bring up. But this one came to me just yesterday. And so, I've been really being guided by the angels to tell you this information. Okay, so a lot of the twin flames and light workers who are watching this channel, not only this channel, but several spread all throughout the world, that are here to do this work, are going to be connected with the celestial realm in a very important way, okay? That will be revealed to you while you are on your journey. But that is going to be your inner knowing to find out, to be able to come to that conclusion. You're going to have angels visiting you in your dreams. There are going to be different scenarios that you will find. You will not only see your past lives in your dreams coming through. You will have karmic partners that will be, sometimes in your dreams as well. And that's mostly to heal from the karmic situation, because maybe you had a karmic tie that, you know, you didn't really feel that you were able to sever as well, because of the fact that maybe the you know, the way you guys decided to go separate ways wasn't as amicable as it could have been. Okay, so your angels will come to you in your dreams, and they will give you scenarios with your karmic partner, or your karmic, that old karmic tie, so that you can learn how to cut cords with them. Okay, you will have these disturbances and these images in your dreams until you learn how to cut the cord. Okay. Wow, they're like, yes, you will have these types of things coming into your dreams, into your visions. You might get even phone calls, or, you know, text messages, or people popping up on your Facebook page that were old karmic ties that you need to be able to cut cords with, and learn how to do that. And that's going to come to you in your daily, you know, goings, you know, here, comings and goings, as far as on your, you know, like I said, social media, or whatever type of communication that they choose to try to come to you with. So karmic ties, whether or not you have severed the cords with them, if you have learned how to do that, then you won't be given those types of situations. But if you have not learned how to sever karmic ties yet, then you're going to be met with several different scenarios, whether it's in your dreams or whether it's in your daily life, whether you even see them in person. You know, they might come visit you all of a sudden out of nowhere, or, you know, like I said, start calling you out of nowhere. This is so that you can learn how to cut and sever karmic ties. Okay, I had to do it too with the false twin flame. I had to learn how to do that, because any energy I do not need has to leave. Okay, and on this journey, you have to learn that that's what you need to do, is to get rid of any energies that are no longer serving you on your journey. Okay, so make sure that when you're doing this, you are allowing your spirit and your guides to talk to you, and allow you to understand what it is that you need to do in order to make sure that these ties are cut, so that they don't interfere with your growth, your spiritual growth, because they will, you know. And that's what I mean when I say you'll be getting disturbances, you'll be getting constant remembrances, and things that will remind you of that person. Or, you know, I used to have like nightmares and certain types of dreams that would involve a karmic partner that I needed to let go of, but they were just in my psyche still, because I hadn't cut cords with them, and I hadn't learned how to do that yet. So learn how to cut cords with people that no longer serve you. Learn how to set up your boundaries and protect your boundaries. Learn how to understand who you are as a spiritual being, and that you don't have to welcome everyone into your space. Okay, you don't have to accept everyone into your space. Okay, so learn how to know who it is that you should have in your space and who you shouldn't. And by the time you figure that out, then you're going to understand who it is you need to let go of, and who it is that you want to continue to allow, you know, to work with you, and, you know, maybe you share things with. But, you know, a lot of times we're going to find on this journey that we don't want to share things with everybody about this journey, because not everyone's going to understand. And usually they don't understand unless they are a twin flame or a light worker. Okay. All right. So that's a really important thing that the angels want me to let you know about. And also, when I speak to you guys about being at peace with your inner knowing, I want you to understand that, you know, as you start to learn more about who you are, as you start to understand what your purpose and your mission is here on earth, you're going to be met with a lot of different situations and scenarios where you may have people coming up to you that need help. You know, that's another thing, is that you may have homeless people that ask you for money, or you may have, you know, people that just might cross your path that need help. And your test is going to be, how are you going to be able to help them? Now, I'm not saying that you have to do this for every single person, but there will be times when Spirit will test you with someone, and you will know based on whether they nudge you to give to that person, or to be able to, you know, help that person. If you have means to do it, you know, then you should try to do that. You know, I have done this several times myself. But, you know, if you don't have means, of course, you know, Spirit would never put you in a position where they would say you're wrong for not doing something if you don't have the means to do it. But there will be times when you're going to be tested as to whether or not you're going to be able to accept more abundance into your life, based on how grateful you are for what you have now, and how well you're able to give in situations where these opportunities come up. where you're asked to give to someone, where you're asked to share a kind word with someone. It might not always be a monetary gift. It might be a kind word, just a listening ear, lending, a helping hand, doing things for people. This is where your generosity and your kindness comes into play, whereas you are able to have that inner knowing telling you, go help this person, they really need your help right now, or be the light for this person, or do things for this person, because we're sending you the signal that they need this help. Okay, so your inner knowing is going to be a very crucial part of you understanding how it is you're here to serve and to help others. That's why your intuition needs to be strong. Okay. And so when you're at peace with your inner knowing, you just do things without questioning it. Okay, a lot of times at the beginning you're going to start questioning, why am I being told to do this? Why do I have to be the one? You might start to get those types of ego questions coming up that are just there to kind of like make you question why you're being told to do this. But that's the doubt. Okay, that's the doubt and the uncertainty that all this dark energy is trying to send your way. Okay, and the darkness is actually the ego is not necessarily the enemy. Okay, but there will be times when the ego will allow things that are dark to creep in and cause you to question and have doubts, and that is not something as a spiritual being and a light worker that you need to to focus on. You need to be focusing on basically just doing what you need to do as a light worker, and allowing that to to help you grow spiritually, because it will help you grow spiritually speaking when you are allowing yourself to be open to spirit and allow spirit to move through you to help someone else. Okay, so be at peace with your inner knowing about what it is that you're meant to do to help others as well as yourself. Be at peace with your inner knowing about what you need to do to help heal your inner child and to heal the things inside of you that need healing. Okay, because spirit will give you signs about that too. If you keep seeing something popping up on your feed, like I saw that rise mushroom coffee popping up all the time on my feed, both in Instagram and then I saw it on Facebook, and it was just like, wow, okay, so maybe I need to try this, and as soon as I got it, I started to enjoy not only the taste of it, but just the benefits that it had. There's so many good health benefits that it has. And, I saw myself, my gut was starting to change as far as the bacteria in my gut, as well as the way I was able to eliminate waste, as well as, my bloating went down. A lot of the things that, they said in the advertisements were true. And not only that, my angels were, kept stressing for me to get this, because they knew I wanted to be able to heal from this type of, the ailments that I was having with my gut health. And so this was actually something that helped me out. And so I kept seeing it. And then as soon as I got it and ordered it, I didn't see as many ads anymore for it, right? So I knew that, okay, this must be something that, I still see ads now every now and then, but now that I've gotten it, it's not like it was, whereas it was just like every day I would see this ad. I would see it on 2 or 3 times a day. But yes, so, this is why I feel, certain things that we'll get clued in on, as to what it is that's good for our health. We need to start following that advice from our angels, and to learn how to, to just do what they ask you to do without doubting and questioning it, because you never know what's going to happen in the end as far as how it's going to benefit you. Okay, that has happened to me so many different times. I actually had a situation where I became very anemic after having lost a lot of blood, and so I had to, like I told you guys, I had to start doing things that I could get more protein and protein and iron. So I was needing to take on meat again for a while, and this was for me because I needed it for the health reasons, but I found other ways also to not have to incorporate as much meat in my diet anymore as well. But there will be times when your body needs certain things, needs certain nutrients. Vitamin C is a big one that you need to consider taking a lot, at least 500 milligrams a day. And if you're sick, you should take up to 1,000 milligrams a day. But there are certain things that your body will tell you that it needs, and then you just want to pay attention to that, and your spirit and angels are guiding you to do these things. Okay. But the other thing, okay, so we're talking about health, we're talking about spiritual well-being, we're talking about how to heal, and we're talking about how to help others. Okay, that's your inner knowing that's going to come to you from the guidance of your spirit guides and your angels. And then you're going to also want to be at peace with your not knowing. Okay, and what I mean by this is super important for us, especially as twin flames, especially as celebrity twin flames and celebrity connections. You're going to have to be okay with not knowing how things are going to work out in your journey. You're going to have to be okay with not knowing when and how you're going to meet your twin flame. Okay, and the reason I say this, and it might, trigger some people, but it's very important for you to understand that this journey is not a race. This journey is not about how to, get to the finish line first, or how to get with your twin flame. It's not about how to end up with your twin flame. It's about how to heal. It's about how to make this world a better place. It's about how to make it a better place for your children, for the people that you are living, that you love and that you want to be, to stay stay living on earth, the ones that, like your parents or your brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, people you want to see, grow old and have a good life. You're actually anchoring in a lot of love and a lot of forgiveness and nurturing and patience, all of the things that they need from you. You're actually helping to improve their lifespan. The angels are like, yes, because you have brought in so much love that you're actually healing them also as you're on this journey. And I know it may seem strange, but you're actually increasing their likelihood and their lifespan, their chances of surviving, because of the fact that you have been able to heal. They start to heal as well because they start to feel that energy from you, and they start doing things in their own life that will make them want to heal. And I've witnessed that with my own family. I just, based on the changes that I've made, they started making changes in their own life as far as how they eat and what they do, the practices, as far as, some of them meditate, some of them, are starting to do things more spiritually. And, I didn't tell them to do it. They just would start to get a lot of this encouragement and hope from me, as far as watching me, doing things and healing my own self and my own process, of my own journey. So you will be a witness and a testimony for others to be able to heal on this journey as well. And also for the ones that are, learning how to open up and to be more vulnerable on your journey, you're going to learn how to do that with family and friends, and to be not to the point where you leave yourself, subject to different types of attacks, but you're going to be able to learn how to be more open and more vulnerable, and to be able to share things about your own life that make you, feel as though source or spirit has moved in your life enough to where you can share this information with others. You can start to share little things about your life. Okay. And it's okay, because you are at a point where you've healed from whatever traumas or things that you've been through that have caused you distress. So now you're able to share with others and help others in that sense too. That's another thing I was going to say about your knowing. But going back to not knowing, be at peace with not knowing how things are going to happen on your journey, because every day is a surprise on this journey. Every day you're going to experience something new. Every day you're going to have a new synchronicity or new, sign that you get that helps you along on your journey. But not only that, your twin flame is seeing these signs as well. And so they have to wake up in their own time. You can't rush it. You can't try to force them to see things your way at the beginning. And for those of you, okay, so here's another thing that I'm going to tell you guys, because I got to get going pretty soon, but here's another thing I'm going to start doing in the next couple videos, which I'm going to announce that surprise for you guys in the next video. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to address the twin flames and the celebrity twin flame connection who have come into contact and have who are in communication with their twin flame. And I'm going to also address the twin flames who are in celebrity twin flame connections that have not met or come into contact or had communication with their twin flame. Okay, so I'm going to start to kind of do half the reading or half of the video for the twin flames in communication, and the other half we're going to do for the twin flames that are not in communication, because there's a difference, and I want you guys to know and have different understandings as to how you can separate the two, and how each different category can heal on this journey, and because there are differences. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say, is that there are differences that you guys need to be able to be aware of, and that I should address in the videos. Okay, so but yes, so just be aware that you should be at peace with not knowing how things are going to happen on this journey. Your angels love to surprise you. Okay, so that's one of the things that they love to do, is they love to surprise you, but they do want you to call on them whenever you feel you're needing help with something, whether you're struggling with that mental part of it and you just feel so overwhelmed with the obsessive part of it. Then you need to talk to your angels and ask them, how can I come out of this obsession and start learning how to love myself more and focus on my own mission more. Okay, Mission Magic coaching sessions are still available for you guys. When you do this, your angels will open up doors for you to be able to have a way to not feel so obsessed with your twin flame. They will help you find that link, that pathway that you need to be on, that will help ease those pains that you have from missing your twin flame, from not knowing when it's going to happen, from having the doubts. Oh my goodness, I went through that by myself. You know, I went through it for a long time. I was having all those questions and doubts, and you know, all these things coming at my mind, and you know, that's how I became vulnerable to the point where I was having a false twin flame interaction, because I was so desperate to want my twin flame back in my life that I fell subject to this false twin flame. And so this is the reason why you guys are going to need to stay strong on your journey. Be at peace with your knowing what you do know. If you know your twin flame and who they are, be at peace with knowing that. Be at peace also knowing that you guys will be in union, because all of our twin flames are meant to be in union in this lifetime. It's just how you take the approach at getting there is what makes, you know, your pathway full of different, you know, potholes, or you know, smoother, you know. So it's the way you address the things that are coming at you, the way you address your healing, you know, whether you are doing the healing work, whether you're doing the inner work. This is all going to help you get to your union, whether you're getting you know, the answers as far as what your mission is, and whether you're starting to work on that. Those are the things that are going to help you to come into union, but not just sitting there kind of contemplating and just obsessing over how it's going to happen. That will never get you to your union fast. Okay, you will always be walking around the side of the mountain by doing that instead of going up the mountain. Okay, so just know that trying to figure out how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen, and trying to, you know, sit there in your mind and contemplate and try to put all these things in your head to say how it's going to work out is not going to help you. What's helping you is healing, continuing to love yourself and raise your vibration every day, and allowing yourself to be at peace with your inner knowing, what you do know, and being at peace with not knowing. All right, thank you guys so much. I love you so much. I'll pull a card for you guys in another small video. Hope you guys check that out. Also go to the community page, and I've posted some little posts on there that are encouraging as well. And just wanted to let you guys know that I'm thinking about you all the time. I love you. This channel is going to grow into something really, really amazing. I just feel it. I know it. You know, I have a notion that I'm going to be doing this with my twin flame once we are in union. So there's exciting things coming. So you guys want to stay tuned, and you want to be, you know, in positive energy all the time about your own journey, because I want you guys to use this platform and this channel as a way to stay encouraged, okay, and to stay full of hope that you will be there soon. You will be there when it's your time to be there. It's not a race. It's not a race. You're going to be there when it's meant for you to be there. All twin flames are meant to come into union, okay? All twin flames who've discovered that they are twin flames in this lifetime are meant to come into union in this lifetime. So don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't wonder or worry about when it's going to happen. It will happen for you. Just continue to do your inner work. Continue to work on your mission, okay? Work on your mission and your self-love and meditation, all the things that you know you should be doing on a daily. All right, I love you guys so much. I'm looking forward to talking to you in the next video and giving you that surprise, as well as sharing more details about how we're going to move forward with this channel. Thank you. Bye-bye. Surprise! Okay, I'm back, and I'm at home now. And I decided to go ahead and jump on here before I got too comfortable at home and give a little addendum to our video from earlier today. And I wanted to read a card for you guys. I wanted to pull a card, and I also wanted to go into a little bit more detail about the video. And after I had watched it on my way home from work, I was noticing some things that I could have added to it. And as you can see, I have a little owie here on my cheek, and that actually happened right after I recorded the last video in my car. I was about to go back in from work, and I had just finished recording the video. I took my phone off of the thing that I was having hold it on, and then it fell down and hit me on my face. And so this thing, you know, is a car steering wheel lock, and I was using it to hold my phone up. And so I wasn't careful when I took the phone off, and I was bending over, and that hit me on my face, and it caused a little nick in my skin. And so I was pretty upset about it, you know. But I was able to go and first of all, I prayed to Archangel Raphael and asked for healing, and you know, just to give me comfort and not to allow this to get really bad and bruised. And so, you know, immediately I asked for Archangel Raphael to come and help me with this cut that I had on my face. He told me to go get ice, put it on it right away. And then I went back into work and was able to cut a little Band-Aid from another Band-Aid and put a little piece on there, as well as some ointment. But just wanted to show you guys that things are going to happen. You know, these tower moments are going to happen. And I didn't expect that to happen right after I made that video for you guys, but it did. But hopefully, you know, thankfully I don't feel a lot of pain from it. I did have kind of a headache a little bit afterwards, but not too bad. But it's there, and so it's going to take a little time to heal, you know, a few days probably. But so far it's not really bruising at all. So I just hope it's, you know, it's okay. Pray for me, you guys. So just wanted to show you, you know, that, you know, I'm human. You know, I do things sometimes. I hurt myself sometimes when I'm not careful, and, you know, these things will come up, you know, and you'll just have to be able, you know, just have to learn how to deal with it, learn how to, a lot of us already knew how to do this since we were children. We were giving ourselves first aid, helping ourselves when we were sick, you know, knowing what medicines to take. You know, some of us had to probably stay at home from school alone at times if we had single parents. You know, some of us had to nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves. And that's a lot of times what happens on this journey as well, is that as you start to, heal, you're realizing that you're taking care of yourself by healing, and you're nurturing yourself. You know, you're learning how to do that all over again. And you were pretty much being prepared for that when you were a child, if you had that situation, whereas you didn't have parents that were able to be there for you when you had cuts and scrapes and bruises and things that went wrong, you know, with you, and you had to take care of yourself. You know, sometimes some of us had parents that had, you know, that had substance abuse and addictions and things like that, and sometimes maybe they weren't, you know, coherent enough to be able to take care of us. And so, you know, we had to learn how to do for ourselves. We had to learn how to cook for ourselves, you know, get ready for school sometimes and go to school by ourselves. And, you know, and sometimes we even had to take on the role of taking care of our parents, because in times when they did not, you know, have it all together, you know, they might have relied on us as children to help them with things. You know I was the oldest of 4, and I had a lot of things that I had to do, and there was a 6-year gap between me and my younger brother. I pretty much had to become an adult right away, you know, after my parents started having kids, because both of them were working, you know, and I was at 9, I was I was staying at home and babysitting my own brothers and sisters, you know, and so it was rough, you know. As a child, I had to grow up quick. I had to learn how to do things quickly, and I wasn't really given the opportunity to grow up the way they were, you know. But I was able to have fun with them at the same time, and they even still kind of see me as a mother figure to this day, because of the fact that, you know, I taught them a lot of things like tying their shoes, and I made their lunches for them. I took them to school. I did a lot of things that their you know, the parents should have done, but I ended up doing it, you know, as the oldest. And so the oldest sometimes does get, you know, that does have to do a lot of that, and so they become like the second parent for the rest of the siblings. So just know that it's just, you know, it's just preparation for a lot of the bigger things that you're going to be doing in your life. You're going to be helping people on a larger scale. You're going to be helping other kids, you know, that might not have stable homes. You know, maybe you end up becoming a teacher, or maybe you end up doing something with children that allows you to help them and foster them. You know, maybe you become a foster care person. Maybe you end up, you know, adopting children if you can't have children of your own. You know, there are so many ways for you to be able to give in this on this journey. There's going to be so many different ways that Spirit is going to call you specifically to be of service. Okay, so when that time comes, that's why I say you guys are going to need to be at peace with your knowing, your inner knowing as to what it is that you've been called to do. If you know you're good with working with children, and you know you have a patient heart, and you know you have a loving heart and kind heart, and you want to help children, or you want to help whatever the case may be. Maybe you want to teach, maybe you want to adopt, maybe you want to do so many things that, you know, the future generation is going to need for them to have role models and leaders and people who care about them to lead them into this new earth, because it's coming. New earth is coming soon, and so we are here to help anchor in the love that is needed in order for us to develop into new earth. And if you want to know more about that, I encourage you to, you know, research what that actually means. It doesn't actually mean, you know, we just, you know, like in the sci-fi movies, whereas, you know, everything gets destroyed and then we become a new whole complete new earth. It means that we are bringing in love, and we're allowing the vibration of the planet to raise to such a level that more people are awakening on an everyday basis, and they're learning more about what it is to be at one and become more merged with their higher selves. And this is leading me into another thing that I wanted to expound on. When I was going into the first video, I was telling you guys that that a lot of you guys will be very in tune with the celestial realm. And what I mean by that is a lot of you guys are actually earth angels, okay? A lot of you guys are going to be here because you've been called here. You've chosen to come here from heaven. You've chosen to incarnate here on earth to serve. And so, especially because of the fact that you might have this connection with the celebrity, you may find that as the non-celebrity twin flame, your ranking in the celestial realms might be very high up there, okay? And so you're going to need to understand more about your higher self in order for you to know what that means for you specifically. And that is why it is so important for you to value and cherish this time that you have in separation, to be able to get to know who you are on a higher level, as your higher self. Because you might just find that there are certain things that you have abilities to do that are not, you know, that are not privy to others, okay? And there are things that you might be called upon to service because of the gifts that you have that are specific to you, that are of an angelic nature, okay? And so you might be an earth angel, you might have ties to different guardian angels, different archangels that you might have connections with, that you might be able to work with when it comes to your, you know, knowing how to heal people with crystal therapy, or with Reiki, or with, you know, just coming up with new types of healing and types of healing modalities. You might be able to come up with your own very unique healing modality. That would be so amazing for you to have that. And that might mean that you could work with Archangel Raphael to come up with a healing modality that is specific and that no one else has come up with before. You know, it could be a combination of crystals and Reiki, or it could be something that you know how to do with, you know, like an energy type of healing that's involving, you know, new technology. You just never know what could come out of the gifts that you have, the talents that you have. And I was telling someone this, you cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to your past and the things that you have learned from your past, okay? Excuse me. There will be things that you have learned along your journey that you can't just totally discredit simply because you become more of a spiritual person. You're going to have, so for, say for example, you went to school to be a chiropractor, okay, and you started to learn how to work with people and their joints, and you learn how to, make people feel better based on learning what helps to move people in a more freer way. And then you come up with a solution as far as, you become more spiritual and you start to learn, okay, well, there's another thing I like to do. I like to work with sound therapy. So maybe you could use sound therapy during your chiropractor practice, and be able to use that to help people heal while you're doing your technique. Just different things like that. It'll be specific to you. It'll be something very specific to you that you'll be able to make uniquely yours, and people will come to you because of your unique way of being able to heal, okay? So when you're working with your archangels, when you're learning more about who you are on a higher realm and who you are connected with on a higher realm, then you're going to start seeing those things coming through. You're going to start getting more and more of those types of revelations during your meditation. You're going to start getting nudges from spirit as to what you can do to be of service. And that's one of the things that when I first started out on this journey and I was in separation, I just kept asking, I kept praying every day, I would pray a lot of times over my food, but I would always end it with, please, spirit, tell me how I can be more of service every day. That was something that I would always say, because I would always give thanks for whatever food I was eating. And that's something I continue to do, and just, you don't have to make it an elaborate thing, but you can just, be thankful and give thanks for things that you have. And even in your, while you're cleaning up your house, or while you're, like, is it taking your shower or your bath, you can be thankful and say, thank you for this time of just being able to cleanse and be feeling healed and replenished and full of energy again. During your meditation, you can say, thank you for allowing me to be able to release all of this energy from the day that I've accumulated, that has not, given me, that has weighed me down and made me feel more dense. Thank you for lifting my spirits, angels. Thank you for showing me how I can raise my vibration every day. Okay, so we're going to go on into pulling you guys a raise your vibration card from Kyle Gray, the Oracle. Raise your vibration, which is what I've been doing with a lot of your videos from as of late. So we're gonna do the pull a card. So I hope that is helping you guys to understand more about how you can understand your higher self, because like I told you guys, I'm going to incorporate that more and more as I go on into these videos, because your higher self is what going to keep you becoming more and more in tune on this journey, because your higher self and your twin flames higher self is already communing in the 5D, and that's what you need to understand. And that's why you can know what they're thinking, that's why you can hear them, that's why you can feel them, that's why they astrally project to you, because your 5D higher selves are up there communing already in the higher, okay? And this is why, you're able to have this close connection. And so the more you can be strengthened in that, the more you can understand what that means to you and how you can relate to your twin flame on the 5D. And you'll learn more about them, even though you may not have ever met them or been with them or talked to them. You're going to have more revelations coming through. And also, your guys' higher self is going to be helping one another, okay? So you're going to be able to, and it happens a lot while you're sleeping. It happens while you are meditating. You will be able to reach them in a way whereas you will help them to get over their addictions. Your strength will help them and allow them to overcome things that they're going through on their end that you may not even know about, but that they are going through, and that's, preventing them from maybe coming into an awareness of what this connection is all about. Maybe they still are, maybe they're still in a situation whereas they feel connected to someone, but they just don't know who it is. They still don't know how to, really go about finding out who it is. Well, your higher self is going to guide them to find out who you are. Okay, that's the card we're going to go with. Your higher self is going to guide them to find out who you are based on Okay, based on what you're going to do as far as how you're going to be presenting yourself on social media, or how you choose to interact with them, if you choose to go to one of their functions or meet up with them some kind of way. Maybe, if your twin flame is an actor, maybe they have a public meeting somewhere, a meet and greet, and you go, meet them. You're gonna have to start doing these things, okay, that you're not comfortable with. And I know that's gonna be hard for some of you guys. It's not just about having that social media presence. If you have an opportunity to do something like that, to go somewhere where you know they're going to be in the same place at the same time, you're going to have to get the courage up. Ask Archangel Michael to help you find the courage to do something you've never done before and go and meet them. Okay? Do it, because that's going to be one of the things that causes you guys to be able to interact and have eye contact. All the things that are going to lead you to be able to cause that awakening within them and get it going more on a bigger scale. So they're going to be more and more they're going to be called more and more to this spiritual journey based on how much you're able to put into interacting with them. Okay, whatever way you can do that, whether it's liking their posts, whether it's, if they don't have social media, whether it's going somewhere where they're going to be, getting it, even if it's an expensive event, find a way to get there, find a way to do it, and Spirit will help you. If it's really something in your heart that you want to do, Spirit will help you get there. Okay. I know, and I'm going to share some fun details about some things that I've done this summer. So that'll be coming up too. But since you guys have been so awesome, and since I had this second video is like the next video, I told you guys I was going to announce something. We'll do that right now too before I read you guys the card. So the big news is that I'm going to offer someone of our community a free Mission Magic coaching session. Yay! So I'm going to offer somebody on this channel who's watching me, who's diligent about their growth and healing and their mission. I'm going to offer you a free Mission Magic coaching session. And all you have to do, there will be something you need to do in order to qualify for this. First, you have to be subscribed to the channel. And you have to be watching, the videos, of course. I'm not going to know which ones, of course, you've watched unless you've made comments. But that's the next thing you're going to have to do, is to make comments on this video, okay? Make a comment on this video as to why you want this Mission Magic coaching session, why you feel it would help benefit you on your journey. And put it in the comment section, okay? Or email me. You can do either one of two things. You can either put it in the comment section, or you can email me, which my email is lisha1lovely@gmail.com. It's going to be in the comment in the description box. So go look for it there. So you can put it in the comments why you feel you need this Mission Magic coaching session and how it's going to help you on your journey, or email it to me, and then I will have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be guided by Spirit to choose one person. Okay. And that's going to be led by Spirit. Okay. I'm going to be led by Spirit to the person who should receive this. And I'm also going to allow for more things like this to happen in the future as well. So we're going to not just have this one, but there are going to be more things coming up soon for you guys. But if you haven't checked out the testimonial on my Instagram page and on my shorts on this channel, I have a testimonial on there from one of our soul sisters who had a Mission Magic coaching session, and it was an amazing testimonial. I really appreciate her for doing this. So I want to extend my gratitude for you guys being here with me on this channel, going through all of these videos with me. To you guys, I want to extend something to you guys for free, and that is a Mission Magic coaching session. So please check out, the testimonial so you can know what it's like, and also write in the comments of this video. Okay, so you gotta have watched this video obviously in order to win. But write the comment in this video or email me, and then you can win a free Mission Magic coaching session. I will be picking one person. I would say probably by let's see, I'll give it like 5 days. Okay, we'll say by Thursday or Friday of this coming week, I will announce who's winning the Mission Magic coaching session. That's free, and I will let you guys all know. Um, Again, I'm offering also the singing videogram for anyone who wants to dedicate a song to their twin flame, or just anyone that you love. You know, it doesn't have to be your twin flame. It can be anybody that you love. We can dedicate a song to them, and then I will sing it and I will post it on the channel. With your $25 donation, you can have you can have your dedicated song to your twin flame or someone that you love, whatever song that is significant for you guys. It's a great way to show you love them. It's a great way to show, what song that really means a lot to you guys, because there are messages in the music, okay? And so this is a way for you to send a message to your twin flame. And who knows, maybe someone else on the channel has that same song as one of their favorite songs that they remember their twin flame by. It'll be a way for you to inspire someone else to do the same thing, or to have that song for themselves, because it'll be here on the channel for them to listen to. Maybe they can send it to their twin flame as well. So you're not only doing something that you can give to your twin flame and send the link to them, but everybody's going to have a chance to watch that video and of me singing that song that you guys have dedicated, and then they're going to be able to send it to their twin flame if that's one of their favorite songs as well. Okay. Oh my God, I just looked at the card. Okay. This is gonna be cute, y'all, because I'm just talking about, I talked a lot about this today, and spirit always comes through when it comes to us having synchronicities, right? This is another way we have synchronicities with our our pulling of our cards, is that I've been talking all of this time about what? Relationships. And this is relationships are assignments. What'd I say? Okay. I just said that. All right. And so earlier when I was talking about the relationships, that some people will choose to have with family, or, if they choose to have a romantic partner or not, we're talking about that. We're talking about how you can be in a relationship with yourself and come into a more of an awareness of who you are and as your higher self. That's a relationship too. What relationship do you have with your higher self? What relationship do you have with your twin flame? What relationship do you have as a light worker? What relationship do you have with your children? What relationship do you have with family? Okay, so this is all related. Okay, so relationships are assignments. That's what this card says. Okay, and so we're going to read what the guidebook says on that. And I'm just so excited. I didn't know I was going to come home and do this second video, but I'm glad I did, because it allows me to tie it in to the first one. And so it's kind of like a bonus video for you guys, as well as, give you the surprise that I promised, because technically this is the next video. I'm just going to merge these two together, but I didn't want to keep you guys waiting also. So relationships are assignments. Let's see. No connection or relationship happens by accident. There are many opportunities to learn in every interaction we have with others. And did I talk about the karmic ties? Okay, the karmic relationships are relationships that are made to teach you lessons, to teach you things that you need to know about yourself, so that you can heal and move further along on your journey. Okay, before you get with your twin flame, you're going to have a certain number of karmic situations that's going to help teach you more about who you are, so that you can become the best version of yourself before you get with your twin flame. You don't want to be, like half of who you really need to be while you get with your twin flame, or still having issues with addictions, or different types of ailments, or things that that you have ability to change in your life. You don't want to be working on those types of things when you get with your twin flame. You want to have those things already under control. You want to have them already healed, all the things that you need to have forgiven with other people and in the relationships that you have. Okay, sure, there can be toxic and draining relationships, but through these we gain a deeper sense of who we are. I just said that, and I didn't even read that yet. I have not read these guidebooks as far as with each card. I haven't even gone through all these cards. I don't know what they all say. Okay, let me read that again. Sure, there can be toxic and draining relationships, but through these we gain a deeper sense of who we are. the gifts we have, and the strength we can draw on to overcome adversity. Nothing in the universe is set in stone. Everything is constantly changing according to the workings of human intentions and divine laws. It's not that everything happens for a reason. It's more that we have the opportunity to find reason in the happenings. That's very, very profound. The universe isn't setting up harmful situations for us to learn from. The assignment is acting on what we've learned. Okay? So, I wanted to say, there's one more paragraph, but I wanted to say, when I say everything, when it says everything is constantly changing, I wanted to go back to tying that in with when I said be at peace with not knowing, right? So be at peace with not knowing how things are going to work out for your twin flame journey, because that's going to allow you to surrender to the journey, to learn what you need to learn along the way, and not take anything for granted. Don't take any experience for granted. Don't take the relationship that you're in with someone else for granted, because they're also teaching you. There are different contracts that you guys have made before you came here and before you incarnated here on earth that have to be fulfilled before you can move on to the next thing. And how you handle the contracts that you're in right now, currently, karmic ties, third party situations, how you handle all of these now is going to reflect on how soon you come into union with your twin flame. Because if you're rushing through it, if you're if you all of a sudden decide, this is just not going to work out, and and you just decide to up and leave, without really giving it what it needs, because the person that you're with is also connected to you in a contract as well, and whatever you're teaching them and they're teaching you has to come to an end in such a way whereas you guys both are able to move forward and not have such a destructive ending. Okay, so it has to come to a point where you just know that it's time, but it's not something you rush into. Okay, so there may be things that you have to work on still, and that might still require you to be with this person that you're with in order for you to heal. And so don't necessarily just rush into some kind of decision. Allow yourself to talk to your angels and your spirit guides to know when it's going to be the time for you to make that move, okay? And to know when it is the best time and what's practical, because spirit doesn't want you out here, in a situation that's not going to be of their best interest, okay? It's not going to be, they don't want you in a detrimental type situation. So you got to make sense of it, and you got to be able to do things in a way whereas it's going to lead you to graduate into another, like an independent type of situation, or you don't want to just rush into something and not be prepared, in other words. And spirit will let you know when is the right time for you. I've had this happen with me. If you go back to my false twin flame video, I talked about how I went from a karmic situation and to being an independent person and doing things on my own. I went to New York for 2 months by myself, okay, and then I ended up falling into this false twin flame situation. But again, that was a karmic relationship that ended up teaching me so many things about myself that I needed to know. I can never discredit that or discount that as something that shouldn't have happened, because I needed to learn those things in order to be with my twin flame. Because come to find out, so many similarities with the false twin flame and my true twin flame, okay? So relationships are assignments, relationships are work, okay? So assignments, that's a nice way of putting it, but relationships are work. So I'm so glad that we're being able to talk about this in this video, because be at peace with knowing that you're going to be in union with your twin flame, no matter how it turns out. But there are going to be different paths you can take. Not everything is set in stone, like it just said, but there's different pathways you can take to reach the same ending, which is to be with your twin flame, okay? It's all about the choices you make. There's no one direct path to get to union. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. That's based on the choices that you make right now, and everything you make on up until union is affecting how quickly you get into union, okay? But you need to be sure that when you're making these choices, you're making the best choice for yourself as well as anyone else involved, if it's for your children or for the, your third party, or everything has to be, it has to have a purpose. It has to have a, it has to make sense, as far as not making sense as far as being, gosh, this is hard to explain, because it has to be something you're at peace with. That's the best way to say it. You have to be at peace with whatever decision that you make. It can't be something that leaves you feeling unsettled. It can't be a decision that makes you feel like that you did something horribly wrong. It has to be, or that you're unprepared for. It has to be something that you and your angels have worked through to allow you to be at peace to move forward in your journey, for whatever ties that you have to cut or whatever connections that you have to let go of. Okay, know that, because if you start trying to do things, just real sporadically and without thinking about it and without working it through, you're going to be, in a tougher spot than you were before. Okay, all right. I think that's point is drawn home. Is I think we've driven that point home. Okay, so the last paragraph says, when you draw this card, you are being called by the universe to assess all you've learned from your past relationships. Don't make the same mistake twice. 4, if you fall into old patterns, your past will become your present, and that's not what will serve your joy. Okay, so again, use what you've learned from all your past relationships, and don't make the same mistake twice. That'll just set you farther back on your journey. Okay, use everything, learn from everything, learn from every relationship and every situation. If you fall into old patterns, your past will become your present, and that's not what will serve your joy. Vibe of the day, I find reason in every happening. Very good. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sticking with me this last 30 minutes. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. I just know that you guys are working towards your union in such a way where it's going to happen in this lifetime. I don't want you to worry about anything. I want you to be at peace. I want you to know that that is what's going to help you surrender on this journey and allow you to come into union, as well as work on your mission, as well as working on healing your inner child, and anything that you need to work on. We're going to be able to do it together, okay, on this channel. So look for the videos that will jump out at you in the playlist. Look for other ways of healing, with other modalities of healing. Find a way to know what your mission is, and let's get with it and start working on raising our vibration and working on our missions together. Whatever you guys need to do, let me know in the comment section or in my email. Let me know if you are looking at getting this free coaching session from this Mission Magic coaching session. Tell me why you feel you need this Mission Magic coaching session, and tell me how you feel it'll benefit you on your journey. All right, thank you so much. Love you guys. See you soon.